Welcome, everybody. It's another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, Rock and Roll Matty Goldberg. Jim, tell that story you were just saying off the air about your gambling.
So, I had my birthday this weekend. Last weekend.
Birthday!
Happy
Thank you, boys.
birthday.
The big 3-1. I'm officially fully into my 30s. I've stepped in.
Yeah.
But I wanted
Not
to treat
as sexy,
myself.
is it? It's like now you're
30.
in it.
Honestly, 30 and 31 easier than 29. Because
really?
29, I'm like just dreading turning 30 the whole year.
Oh, okay.
And once I'm 30, I'm like, oh, you know what? This doesn't really feel any different.
Talk to me when you get to almost 50.
No, Matty, you don't look a day over 37.
Yeah, my body feels like it's 80
Yeah, but how
Body's
long has your
good
body
to
felt that
alive.
way?
since I was 20.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I wanted to treat myself, so every payday I go to the casino. Usually, I just take like $50 to $100 in just to play with, just for I don't know, like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
But since it being my birthday weekend, I walked in with 300. I sat down at the roulette table, played for like I don't know 25, 30 minutes, lost the whole 300. Down in the dumps, I got one drink out of it. I'm walking out for realize I left my player's card at the table. Go back. And then while I'm putting my player's card in my wallet, I see a $20 bill in my wallet.
Like
I'm
Willy Wonka.
I'm going to slam it down here. It never happens. I'm never this lucky, but I put it down on 22 and it hit.
You're
and
lying.
No, I'm not. I could find that dealer. I was the only one at the $700. It's $20. So I think it's 35 to 1. So $700.
That's amazing, bro. It's like Willy Wonka, isn't it? Didn't Willy Wonka, he didn't get the chocolate bar, and then he found one on the floor. He found $1.
Yep. And then he went to buy like one Wonka bar just to try.
Yeah.
You're like Charlie.
It's art, life imitating art.
It felt really good. I'm not going to lie.
Instead of your stories in a shithole Nebraskan Native American casino.
Not a Native American casino, Matty.
Well, why wouldn't you? You don't support Native Americans?
I
Jim?
would, but like that wasn't the rule. They made specific rules when they built the casinos
Prop
here.
22 says.
I think there's one out west that is Native American.
Yeah.
But the rule that they built all the casinos for here is they have to be next to racetracks.
My people have long lived in the shadow of paleface.
I love horse racing. I grew up in near Yonkers, New York, and they had a harness racing. And the harness racing,
those are fun. I've been up
only
seen that up in Canada.
that can win those. It's always like there's 2 horses that are gonna win. There's never long shots.
Oh, Matty.
Matty, what's going on over there? Who's calling you? What do they want?
Just drama. I got drama. You want to know about my drama?
I want to know about Matty's drama.
So I was running a poker club online, and these guys this guy started when COVID happened, and then they had a couple commissioners, and then this one guy ran into the ground, and then they turned to me, and in a year and a half, I made that poker club incredible, like games every night, efficient, payouts fast. Like I made it to a bomb. And then what happened? The guy that ran it, him and this other scumbag decided to like phase me out and take it away from me. And I am pissed. So I'm starting my own new club, and I'm taking every motherfucking person off that list.
As you fucking should, Matty.
Wow. I didn't think you were going to do it. Matty told me about this earlier in the week. He sent me a text. I was all concerned.
Yeah.
What's going on? And then he's like, "No, I'm not going to start my own game." And now he's at a reversal. What changed?
I like Matty on a warpath. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go, but my problem with me is like I'll go from like 1 minute I'm defeated, I give up, and then the next minute I want to bury these motherfuckers.
And you'll do it too, because like Matty, you'll hold on to it. Like I believe in you.
But I'm like Vince McMahon. It's like when WCW took over, you feel defeated, and then you get a little life. You're like, I'm out for blood. I'm gonna take everybody. Like I want that moment when people turned on WCW and Vince was on, and he goes, "Well, I got your company." That's my wet.
Are you gonna try to then hack into one of their Zoom games again and do exactly that?
No, but they fucked up. They keep making mistakes, and the new commissioner. What drives me nuts is like I would do these emails every day, And I never mentioned I was the commissioner because, like, that's tacky. This
Yeah.
motherfucker, he's like, the commissioner, I'm the commissioner.
I'm the commissioner.
Like, we get
Jeez.
it. You're
Like
fucking the
Hunter Hearst
commissioner. Are you
Helmsley.
that
Like, I don't.
insecure? But besides that, uh, that's all that's going on. So
I
it was
like
so
it though,
fun.
Maddie. This has kind of been like eating up your time. How
Yeah.
big's the group?
Yeah. There was about 200 people, so I got to get
Jesus.
them. And then it's like tough, but they know what happened. They know the deal. So,
But
it's
I mean,
just,
how many? I mean, you only need a few to get a game going. So,
to get a club going, you need like 50, 60 on a list.
all right.
So, but we'll see. One day at a time, baby steps.
Damn right.
Yeah. Okay.
Baby steps.
Well, good for you. Be on the lookout for Maddie's club. Contact Maddie if you would like to join
Yeah,
his
like
club.
Molly's game, Maddie's game.
Yeah, Maddie's game.
Yes.
Kevin Costner as the dad.
Yeah. Great movie, by the way. In case you're wondering who the asshole actor was in the movie that she says the movie star was a total prick. Do you guys know? Do you guys know?
It's Tobey Maguire.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like sounds like a sociopath, man.
Yeah, well, who isn't, right?
I'm not.
Most people are.
They're not.
But yeah, it's been a weird week or a weird couple days. So
You know who it's been a weird couple days for?
I'm wondering who you're gonna say.
Fans of the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna start out with somebody else, but we can start there.
Oh, okay. I didn't even give you guys the rundown today. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send
But
that over
yeah,
to-
it's robbery. I get like when the Lakers are able to make trades like this, but they're trying to act like Luke is fat. He's 25. He's
right.
25 fucking years old. So
And being fat, he still led them to the finals last year.
Yeah, give away a franchise player who's
I don't
understand franchise seasons potentially. Forget he's got he put on a couple weight. This also motivates.
Dude, he was just in the finals last year.
I know.
This also motivates a guy too. Like when a guy gets traded like this and they say you're fat or you lost a step and you're still young, you people go on FU mode, and I expect this is just.
It's not just the comments in the trade, Matty. He had a chance to sign a supermax deal in the offseason that was $100 more than the contract he'll be able to sign with the Lakers.
Wow.
Like they really
Dallas, I
fucked
guess,
him
didn't
on
want to
this.
sign him.
No, it is so bizarre. They gave up on him quicker than New Orleans gave up on Zion.
I know, and
Zion has never done
nothing.
shit.
I know. Ben Simmons, the Sixers won't give up on him.
I probably can't move him. I don't know.
I don't understand how you don't try shopping him around at all. It makes zero sense.
Ben Simmons?
No, Luka. Like you feel you could have gotten the world for him.
So the guy said Nico Harrison's the GM's name for the Mavs.
Yeah.
And he says that he was just so honed in on Anthony Davis. He didn't want anybody else getting in the way of him getting Anthony Davis. So, and he knows Rob Pelinka from way back in the day. And he was just like, I'm just going to get this trade done. And like no one on the team knew it. Nobody fucking knew this. This is probably the biggest, weirdest trade of all time. It could be easily. Like
I was shocked when I saw it.
And as far as trading away, like Luka's numbers, by the way, like the only people who are better than him at this age are were Michael Jordan and Oscar Robinson.
You know what's crazy? There's about 6 guys that I would think are untradeable in the NBA. So you go Luka, the Joker,
Yeah,
maybe Tatum,
Wembanyama,
Minnesota, and I would say Steph Curry just because, like, why not finish your career in Golden State?
Yeah, I get that.
And maybe there's a couple guys I'm probably missing.
I think there's maybe only like 3 or 4 that are.
But
in this
those
category.
guys are like almost untradeable. It's like having a franchise quarterback.
He's 25.
It's like trading Joe Burrow for Derek.
Lamar. Did you guys see what Schefter said? He explained it in NFL terms. He said it's like trading Lamar Jackson for Joe Burrow.
That's ridiculous.
I think it's more akin to trading someone like Joe Burrow
Derek Carr.
For Matt Stafford. I think
Yeah.
because
Or
I think AD's bet like AD's won a championship. He's older.
sure.
He's still like I mean I kind of feel for AD and all this because he's not bad, but he's
Yeah.
31. He's injury prone, and you could have gotten so much more for Luka.
Yeah, there's something else going on here. I swear to God, there is something else that no one
I
is.
think there's money under the table that Dallas is getting, like millions and billions of dollars under the table.
I don't know about that. I've never heard of that being. Has that been a thing in sports ever? Like a trade manipulation kind of thing like that?
I mean, it just makes no sense unless there's money involved.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, like this guy, they literally have to win a championship this year. Otherwise, that was for nothing. Because again, Anthony Davis, when he is at his best, is a top 5 player in the league. But that's rare. He's
But his
a
knees are
big guy.
gone.
He gets injured.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to perform every night the same as a smaller player can play. It's just a stamina issue. Um, yeah, no one has a good answer on this at all.
It's a mystery.
And the Lakers can do whatever. Oh, fuck all. They don't even have to worry about this year. They can, I mean, LeBron will probably be retired in the next couple of years, and they can just build around a 25-year-old Luka going forward.
Yeah. They're
Yep.
gonna have a franchise player for a long time.
Yeah.
Dave, if I'm a Mavs fan, I'm sick to my stomach.
Absolutely.
Oh, they gathered outside
Shocking.
the arena. And
I
there were
saw that they
oh my
had coffins
God.
and stuff like that. That was sick.
Yeah, there were guys like, oh my God. And this guy like then became aware people were listening to him. So he started to, like
It's
turn it up
wild
even
because
more.
like you don't know how many more years LeBron has, but like when LeBron goes, you're like, okay, we lose our franchise guy. And now they get one right back and they don't have to like tank. They don't have to be a bad worst place team. They got a 25-year-old franchise guy that all you gotta say is, hey, get motivated, lose a couple pounds, you'll be right back to where you were. And they got a
Sure.
pretty decent supporting cast.
I think they need to get a couple big guys in there.
Well, they just
I'm sorry they're
Dave.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, listen to this guy. Listen.
frustrated, but it's something that we believe in as an organization. It's going to make us better. We believe that it sets us up to win not only now but also in the future. And when we win, I believe the frustration will go away.
That's a cute
There's people outside the arena.
Hey, I guess it had a prior commitment. This is what's left, a sort of ofrenda to Luka Doncic.
Yeah, everybody's
blankets,
leaving their
old jerseys, letters and
jerseys
notes, even
outside the
candles,
PNC
sanctifying Luka, the basketball player.
Dallas
I can
Arena.
tell you, though, the mood right now is less like a protest and more like a wake. They were out here as early this morning at 11 a.m. and including even last night, right after the news broke, shortly after midnight. Shocking, doesn't even begin to describe the feeling there. Can't show you everything we saw because many of the signs bear profanity directed toward the front office and the Mavericks' new ownership group, but that is the mood today. Some even saying they are not sure when they'll be able to pull for the Mavericks again.
Did Cuban
I'm
sell the
sad.
team?
What's
What?
that?
Did Cuban sell the team?
Yeah, he sold
Yeah.
it to the Adelsons, the one, the big Vegas family.
I don't know who they are, but
Maybe that's the hey.
The
I've-
Adelsons own a lot. What do they own? Jim, do you know who
They own like
Vegas?
just a shitload.
They own a lot of casinos. Let's put it that way. And they've also been moving to get gambling legalized. in
yeah, there's a
Texas
lot of
as well.
speculation about what that is about. There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, it's really bad. I don't know what this.
How old is she? She's 79.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's her pulling the strings on this too. This guy,
79?
this Nico Harrison guy, by the way, he was like a Nike executive, and he was pitching Steph Curry.
Yeah, he's the one that fucked up the Steph Curry to Nike
You remember
pitch.
that? He was supposed to sign Steph Curry to Nike. Like everybody signs with Nike. And during the presentation, he kept calling him Seth, like his brother. And then the presentation he showed was actually for Kevin Durant. Like the guy, I mean, how can you fuck up that bad and then fuck up this bad again?
Well,
Okay.
money's no
So here's the owner. It is Miriam Adelson. She is the widow of the former CEO and chairman of Las Vegas Sands, who died in 2021. So she owned Las Vegas Sands. In 2022, they sold their assets on the Vegas Strip, which included the Venetian and Sands Expo and Convention Center, for $6.2 billion. And then she bought a majority stake in the Mavericks from Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Cuban doesn't run shit. He still owns like 27%, I guess, but he doesn't have
No
any say.
shot if Cuban still ran shit would this trade happen.
no way.
No.
There's like Cuban is literally quoted as saying, "If you made me choose between Luca and my wife, bring me the divorce papers."
Exactly.
Like no shot. I think so. The conspiracy theories I've kind of heard is this is a chance for her being from Vegas to tank the Mavericks and try to get an NBA team in Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine those conspiracy. I mean, I doubt.
I doubt
Dallas
that.
is such
Yeah.
a big city.
I know.
It's a staple.
Dallas is a big city with it. They got
Yeah.
money there. It's not like they don't have money in Dallas.
No.
You know, like
It's
I
going to
don't-
be hard to move them.
Yeah, no shot they can. But I've seen them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, God,
Is-
there's always
if you're
bad
a-
sports stories. It sucks
you-
for the
if you-
people of Dallas.
If you're a fan, is it harder for something like this, where your team trades away like a superstar player who definitely wanted to be there, or to see a superstar player like just leave on their
Oh,
own?
this is a lot worse.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too, Maddie.
Yeah. Because sometimes when you're like, you get a star and he doesn't want to be there, what can you do? But like when he wants to be there, and then your own organization, when you're paying money for tickets and this and jerseys, and
Yep.
people bought a lot of Luca fucking merchandise, and he goes like, it's like you feel betrayed by the ownership. And rightfully so. I mean, it's not a fair trade, and the Lakers are lucky because it's so hard to get a franchise player. There's not a lot of them. There's like 10 of them maybe in the NBA. It's like getting an elite quarterback. And notice that no NFL team ever trades an elite quarterback. Never. So this is like an NFL team trading an elite quarterback.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm always like I'm a big proponent of moving people that are just you're not going to win with. You know, like I
Yeah.
would have had Zion out several years ago. I would have moved like fucking Kawhi. I would have moved like there's just other there's people that I'm like, you're just not going to win with this player, you know? And
I've seen
but something
nothing
like this
compared.
where the guy like, yeah, he put on some weight or whatever, but he still like is almost like I don't know if he led the league in I think he led the league in scoring last year or was top 2 if not. Like it's
And
just
I can tell you, he always played hard. I've never seen him not play like his ass off.
He's
Like
25
he's not.
and he's already like 7th in triple doubles, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird trade. I didn't understand it, but now that I'm, now that Mark Cuban's not involved, I kind of see. But like, people that buy a team, they think it's easy. It's, you're now the enemies of your own, the own city of the team that you bought. Like, it's
If I'm Mark Cuban, I sell the rest of it and
Yeah,
get the
get
fuck
out
out
of
of
it.
there. Like,
Yeah,
I
get the
don't want
fuck
to
out
be
of it.
associated with that at all.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
you help get him a chip. You know, the Mavs were kind of a joke of a franchise for a long time too, until Cuban got there and
Mm-hmm.
really,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
He
brought
turned it around with
yeah, he
Dirk.
turned it around, got Dirk, built a good team, built some good teams
Yeah.
there, and this is just a slap in the face to all of that.
That's the other thing that hurts to be at the Mavericks. They went from one fucking like European guy to Luca.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, and like I know it's just kind of cool. I like, and now you have a 31-year-old Anthony Davis. Kyrie's 32 too, so he's like, and he's a scatterbrain. So who knows? You know, this team could be really bottom dwellers within like 4 or 5 years, or 3, 4 years, maybe even. I don't know. This is bad. Yeah. What
You-
would you do, Jim, if you're a fan? Would you denounce this team, or would you just go, okay? I'll keep
Oh,
it in mind.
I'd stop going to games.
Yeah.
First off, probably stop watching on TV. I might stop care. Like if I did care about the NBA, like I'm trying to think if a team that I love did something like this. Yeah, I'd probably just boycott them for at least a while and find maybe if there's like a different sport going on, maybe you get really into hockey at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just yeah, you still like being in a city like Dallas, you have other local teams to still cheer for at least. So, do they have a WNBA team? Maybe they can get hot.
I don't know, but it just shows you what good ownership, how quickly a bad. It's so hard to build a good team even if you're competent, right? And then if you have bad owners that don't care and do this kind of shit, like the Dodgers were not great for a long time. Fucking McCord's finally sold the team, and now they're like fucking Death Star.
You can
Um,
only get away with so many fuck yous to the fans.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, I mean, like that's the weird thing about sports. It's like you're rooting for corporations. And so it's not like it's like there's an emotional attachment to this product, and you've just shat on all these people who've
Just
been loyal to
shit on
you
their house.
forever. It's like you don't want fans at your fucking
You shit on my house.
shit on his house. You shit
Oh,
on
that
Maddie's
movie, yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Ugh, God. Also, another trade. De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs. Sacramento gets Zach LaVine. De'Aaron Fox, the guy who got Mike Brown fired and then just decided he didn't want to be in Sacramento at all after they had fired. I think Mike Brown's a pretty good coach too, and they fired him. And then Wembanyama now has another asset to play with. So look out for the Spurs going forward. But I don't know. I mean, that trade pales in comparison to this bullshit. So
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is massive.
So we got something else going on this week too. You guys
Mhm.
don't have any idea?
Super Bowl,
Yeah,
The Super Bowl, baby.
which
got a
is like
Super Bowl
so.
going on. Are you
It
guys
just
excited?
feels
You're gonna have
everything is so nuts with all these plane crashes and there's so many connections to
tariffs.
Kansas. It was like when the first plane crash I hit, I'm like, yeah, everybody's gonna root for Kansas City. And then the second one happened in Philly, so everybody's like gonna root for Philly. But I guess
Wait,
they
what did the
can't.
first one have to do with Kansas City?
Well, it was coming to Wichita, Kansas, or something.
I thought they were landing in Washington. They
They
were.
flew
yeah.
from Kansas to DC, so there was a lot.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I thought it was just a small flight from like DC to Jersey.
No. That was from Kansas.
Okay.
The first one was Kansas to DC, and then the second
Okay,
one.
but here's the deal: the Philly one, that shit happens all the time with the small planes.
Really?
Yeah,
It
it's
actually,
just,
there's like 1,000 or
it
so a
was
year.
just amplified because of
Because
the
it's
one
where
that
it
had just
crashed.
happened.
It's so
Yeah.
what generally happens. There's like I don't know. They said like 1,000 to 1,100 plane crashes a year. It's usually small aircraft, and
Yeah.
generally, I live in a fucking flyover state. A lot of them happen from like spray planes. It's usually like those little two-seaters
Two-seaters, yeah.
because they're flying so close to the ground when they're
Yeah.
spraying crops and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sometimes those guys fuck up. I've seen a plane have to land on like a gravel road or something.
Oh
Mhm.
man. Yeah, so that's why that was I think even earlier in the day, on the day of the Washington one had crashed in Santa Barbara.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's
like-
so scary.
It is.
But
I mean,
usually,
that's-
like it's
yeah.
very scary.
Yeah.
Because how many
But
times
the
have you guys
Super
heard?
Bowl
Like,
is happening.
I got my props, Maddie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Whoa.
These are
Holy
my Super Bowl
shit.
You
props.
got all the way to the Gatorade.
All right, let's
color.
run through them, Jimbo.
You got the national anthem.
Okay, I'll run through. Do you guys want all of them?
Well, if you
I
think
mean,
it's
we
worth
might be here
talking about,
for a
yeah.
month.
Okay, I'll go through them. If there's one that like piques your interest, just speak up. So,
Okay.
Chiefs to win from behind at plus 120.
That's a good one.
So all
like
they
that
got to
one.
be down is 3-0, and if they win, they
Yeah.
win.
I believe so.
Not bad.
Eagles over 1.5 fourth down conversions plus 125.
I like that with the tush push.
Yeah.
Yep. First field goal to be after the first quarter. So no field
I don't
goal in the
like
first
that. I
quarter.
don't like
That's
that.
fair.
I like a field goal in the first quarter.
Ah, see, that's what I didn't do that. Over 2.5 touchdown scores for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
There will be a successful 2-point conversion at plus 220.
I like that.
I don't.
Dallas Goddard over 6.5 targets.
Okay, that's confused. Yeah, I can see that. Good security blanket.
Xavier Worthy over 6.5 rushing yards.
I love that. He's gonna get it in the round. We'll get a couple.
I got a little Jahan Dotson first touchdown plus 7,000.
I like it. Listen, he has one touchdown, and it was the first touchdown of the year. So for $1, you get it for plus 7,000.
Yeah, so that'd be $70, 70 to 1.
How much did you put on?
I put $5 on it, so I get
Not bad,
350.
$350.
I have Kendrick Lamar's "All Right" as the first halftime song.
What is that? I only know they're not like us. That's the only one I know.
I didn't even know if you knew what Kendrick Lamar was.
They're not like us. You know, I went to the chiropractor. The guy tried to do. He was like, "Did you watch the Grammys last night?" I'm like, "No."
I also have Kendrick to start the show with a hoodie, and I have Blue Gator at plus 600, and I have Tails. I got Tails at even money, by the way. Not these fucking bullshit books that are doing like minus 110 both ways, minus 105. I got true odds on heads, tails.
What website was that?
Shout out Bet Online.
Okay. No VIG for
Isn't
that.
there statistics
shout
that
out Dave
actually say
Mason.
one of them is the most frequent?
I mean, maybe on the Super Bowl, but it's just, you still have like a flat 50-50 shot.
Sure.
I think my favorite one is Worthy over 6.5 rushing yards.
Touchdown, anytime touchdown.
The only problem with the Worthy one is you're only usually going to get one shot as far as rushing goes.
He usually gets like 2 attempts. He usually gets 2 attempts. He only has to get one of them, really.
Yeah.
Worthy, I always take for anytime touchdown.
Love that one.
I'm looking at like AJ Brown is 160. Devontae Smith has moved to 200. Goddard 235. You know, I think Hollywood Brown is due for a touchdown.
I have
plus 250.
My favorite one is Hollywood Brown Chiefs first reception at plus 500.
Okay. You know, might get a few yards receiving is Noah Gray. I don't know what his numbers are, but
I have him as a potential first touchdown guy as well.
First touchdown of the game.
I have it.
I'm gonna go with, Saquon Barkley at plus 375.
I also did a 300.
That's not like any sort of relevation or.
I got a Juju anytime touchdown as well.
Yeah,
they've been kind of using him a bit more.
Weird thing about the Chiefs is they have a lot of receivers, but they don't. But like they're Kelsey will get more stuff, but they kind of like.
They shut him down last week. I think the Eagles have a better defense than the Bills.
They don't get a lot of receptions. Like you never see like a Chiefs guy this season with like 8 catches, 130, 1 touchdown.
Now, how many did Worthy have last week?
I'm not sure, but it's usually spread across the board. He probably gets the most, and he's a rookie. So we'll see.
6 receptions, 85 yards, and a tutty. That's
a lot. That's a lot for a Chief. Because look at the rest of the receivers.
Yeah, like two receptions for Juju, 3 for Hollywood Brown, 2 Travis Kelce.
What about Hopkins?
None. He had 1 for 11 yards. Man, he's just fallen off, hasn't he?
Are you guys super excited? I'm not really excited, but I still love football so much. I am excited, but I'm not excited. I think it's going to be a great game. I think these are definitely 2 of like the best teams. They're the best teams, but you want to like have some team that like
I'd like a better storyline.
Buffalo, like something where you really feel like their fan base, like this is like something new, like they're experiencing something new.
Yeah.
This is old hat for these 2 teams, and it's like I can't stand the Chiefs, and really the Eagles fans are so obnoxious.
Yeah, especially after that guy a few weeks ago that was calling that woman a cunt. He's
Yeah,
calling her an ugly
that's to
cunt,
be
and then like him
expected.
and his boys were just sort of like
Apparently,
mad dogging her boyfriend and stuff.
apparently that husband, by the way, update on that story. Apparently the husband who was filming that kind of known to do stuff like that to like film and try and get reactions out of people.
Oh, really? To instigate?
Yeah.
You
I mean,
never
the
know
guy
I'm not
the
is
excusing
internet.
the Philly fan. I'm not excusing the Philly
sure.
guy, but like this guy, apparently people dug it up. Like he's instigated before and like tries to get a reaction.
Remember that girl that said her son was getting bullied
Oh
and they
yeah,
spent like $80 billion and they found out that it was a lie or something, or like you
Keaton.
just never
His
know.
name was Keaton. Yeah, because he was not a very facially gifted child,
Yeah.
and the kids were mean to him. And then like then you have like Chris Evans like you can come hang out with me anytime, Keaton. And
What
then they
happened
dug it
with the
up like she
mom?
was a big racist.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, like the kid was saying the N-word to all the black kids, and they're like, well, that's why he was getting beat up.
Right. I don't know. I mean, when you see a grown man like that, when you see the video though, like yelling in that girl's face, saying the things he was saying, I'm like, I don't know. I'm really trying to put everything together that would cause him to say that. But then just being a Philly fan, they're like, you can't really give him the benefit of the doubt, you know?
Well, they would go, well, they're Commanders fans, so there's good reasons for this.
Yeah, I don't. I would love to know the other guy's side of the story. What he felt happened to him that justified his reaction. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I'm honestly, I think I differ from you guys where I enjoy watching
No,
Patrick Mahomes and the greatness that is Mahomes.
I do appreciate the greatness and I love it. And I think it will be a great game. But I kind of agree with Maddie that certain storylines, I like the storyline aspect of football is one of my like top two things of
I mean, that's
football.
why it was so boring. The college football end was so awful because
It
you
was
knew
not
Ohio
awful,
State was going
Maddie.
to win. Yes, it
It was
was.
not awful. But I think this is going to be a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we get the cool storyline of like Jalen Hurts finally like getting over the hill a little bit of people like doubting him, or we get the three-peat and Patrick
I
Mahomes
think the
like
Eagles win.
solidly like puts himself behind only Tom Brady.
I think the Eagles win 33-23. They punch him in the mouth. And I just think this is the end of the road for the Chiefs for now. I mean, they'll be back next year, but
So,
it's
Maddie,
still
what's score prediction then? Because you were saying last
33-23.
time, okay, because you were saying they got to win by at least two
You got to
scores.
win by 2 scores. And it's going to be 33-16, and the Chiefs are going to get a back, like a touchdown, like with the last 2 minutes to go. So 33-23. I just think the Chiefs are tired. They're Washington has a pretty, besides LA giving them a run at the end. Washington, I mean, the game versus Washington got pretty easy. They didn't really have to sweat that much. They're coming in healthy, ready to go. AJ Brown is looking good. Their defense is looking good. I don't know. I know a lot of this my heart. So, but 33-23 Eagles.
So I'll take the Eagles alternative spread -9.5 at plus 400.
Yes. And then I'll tell you, you're welcome when that happens.
Wait, there's a spread out there with that?
Of course.
You could do alternate spreads. You can adjust
bet on
spreads.
anything. You can
Oh,
bet on
okay.
the Eagles to win by 20 points.
I bet the exact score. Since I had the Chiefs winning, let me see what I got the exact score
You
being.
get it like what, plus?
I got Chiefs 31, Eagles 24 at 100-1.
Yeah. That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
do you think the Chiefs can? I mean, they've had a much better defense under Spags, but do you think they can actually stop this Eagles offense? I mean,
No.
they've just been clicking on all cylinders.
They're not going to be able to stop those fourth downs too, because the Eagles can actually run the tush push,
Yeah.
which the Bills couldn't.
I
And
don't think the Chiefs will be able to stop them, but I do feel like they'll be able to stop them at key moments. I feel like that'll be the thing. They'll be able to stop them at certain moments that could be game changing.
So
I think overall,
the only way I see that happening is just Eagles are gonna pile up yards, but can you stop them in the red zone?
Exactly.
And that's the only way you can beat teams like that too. Like you're not, you can only hope to contain them. You know, so I don't know. I do think the Eagles are going to win this one. That's my logic mind says, but
Anything can happen.
I
You
think
gotta
this
throw
is the
logic
best
out with
team
Pat
they've
Mahomes.
faced in the Super Bowl, to be honest. So apart from maybe Brady's
As
Bucks
Kevin
team.
Garnett said, anything is possible.
Anything is possible, and I think this would be one of their best victories for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I agree.
Super Bowl run if they beat them. I don't know what the answer would be to counter that. Especially beating Buffalo again. Like you would think at some point they would fuck up, but no, they just keep winning these games. You just expect them to lose at some point, but they just keep winning. So. We'll see. Jim, what are you going to do? You're hanging out with your dad, or what are you going to
Yeah,
do?
probably my dad. Usually for the last few games, he's been having a couple of his buddies over at his place, so I've been going over there, having some food. Someone
Nice.
will probably he'll probably get his smoker out, make some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good time, and I'm
Good
gonna
time to
I'm gonna
get
get
the
nice and
smoker
drunk.
out.
And it's a good it's like a normal we watch like a lot of Nebraska games over there with him, and it's just like there's like 5 or 6 people. It's a great time. It's not like a real Super Bowl party.
Sure.
It's perfect. Everyone wants to watch the game. Sometimes he gets this one guy over who gets way too drunk and just wants to talk about himself the whole time
Even
and not
better.
about the game.
Yeah.
But it's usually a great time.
No, that's a good.
No,
That sounds
tell
like a
that
good
guy he's not
compromise.
invited.
He's one of my dad's best friends.
I don't care. Tell
Maddie,
your
you're going to
dad's
be
not
right
gonna
where you
go.
are right now, aren't you? All alone.
Yeah, well,
taking-
my family's having a party for my nephew and his friends.
Uh-huh.
So I'll probably raid the food and then I'll just watch by myself. I can't deal with little kids.
Oh, they're having at Katie's house?
Yeah, like the movie theater.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
did you
they'll
watch
watch
it
in
on
the
that
movie
last
theater,
year?
and then if they have it catered, I'll definitely steal some food.
Oh yeah, I know your
Mhm.
trick. Go out.
But I definitely can't watch it with a bunch of screaming kids.
Nah.
We're all
So-
gonna root for the Chiefs.
What I prefer to Super Bowl parties is opening round March Madness parties. I actually do like doing that.
Is there a T Swift bet how many times they show her?
Yeah, there are, but they're all super minus money. They're not worth it.
Yeah.
And then there's a will Travis Kelce propose at the end of the game, but no is minus 2,000.
So
that would up his profile even more if
it
he
totally
did that.
would.
Yeah, but do you think she would say no?
I think she'd be too embarrassed to say no.
See, that's
Right.
why I think her fans would turn on him if he did it. Because
would make
how
him retire.
how dare you put Taylor in this position?
She'd make him retire.
They would have,
I
he.
think he
probably
does
already.
retire.
If that happens, it means he's already proposed, and Taylor's like, "Wait, we can make money from this. So you go out and win that Super Bowl, propose to me at midfield after the game, and then that would grant them $100 million more. You just could not.
That is smart.
You couldn't get that publicity more.
That is smart.
Insane. Yeah, I'm going to be in LA, Maddie. I'm going to a party at my buddy's. He's had parties for the last.
Bro, let me know.
3-4
Saturday
years.
night.
Well, if I stay overnight, I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, let me know because Saturday night is the big Dabbleverse. It's going to be lit with the fights between these two.
Are you going to be watching it live?
Hell yeah!
All right.
Like
if
a
I'm not
fool.
working, I will. We'll do
Like
something.
an absolute moronic fool, I'll be watching it. There's gonna be supposedly the guy Tuki's gonna show his ding dong on the stream.
Wait,
He's
seriously?
got an idea. Yeah.
Okay.
He said he
Yeah.
will sneak his ding-a-ling on the stream.
All right. Now Jim's interested.
Okay.
Perking up.
I'm
Perking
here.
up.
I'm here.
Miles Garrett wants out of Cleveland.
Everybody should want out of Cleveland. What a dump that is. I mean, you have no quarterback.
Yeah, who do they?
He wants
what's
to
their,
win. That was the main
What's
thing.
their draft position?
Probably top 10, right?
They should have never got rid of Baker Mayfield.
You're right.
Facts.
They jumped the gun way too fast there.
I mean, he was definitely good enough to if you built around him, he could take you there. You know?
Mhm.
And they had the foundation for it.
Where do you think he goes?
Well, he's got to get traded.
I know. Where do you think he would
Apparently
might
go?
his
not trade him.
contract
Why would
is
they trade
really weird though too. Like they paid him most of his money was like in signing bonus, and it's a weird structural thing, but it basically would not be good for Cleveland to trade him no matter what.
No, they probably won't trade him. I mean, it's like, are the Dolphins going to trade Tyreek Hill? Probably not.
I would. That's one move
I would trade him, but they probably won't. They're stupid. They're one of the dumbest franchises in sports.
Wow.
They are.
What about their fans, the people who root for them?
Well, their fans just suffer, but they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Signing Tua for a max contract.
Yeah. That's uh-oh. Jim is not happy.
That's fine.
That.
That's fine.
He's a Tua sympathizer.
Well, he knows it's the
Tua
truth.
apologist.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why he gets singled out when it's like this quarterback market in general. Like Brock Purdy's going to get a fucking major contract.
You don't know that, but yeah, they all don't deserve it. Sam Darnold doesn't deserve it.
I hate how you just single out my boy.
There's a lot of guys in the
What
camp.
if Sam Darnold to the Browns? What about that?
I actually wouldn't hate it. What do they got? Like, they could probably get him for like not terribly expensive.
No,
Yeah,
he
but he will
definitely
be
lost a lot of
exposed.
value. I think you could get something reasonable where you can at least have him as a bridge quarterback. You know, like put him on a 3-year contract, pay him $30 million a year or whatever you pay people now. And
or a team's just going to try to tank for Arch.
I mean, what have you even watched Arch play? I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
why do you even say he's the #1 pick? What has he ever done?
That's what everyone's saying.
But that's
what has he ever done?
Yeah. You're right, Maddie, but that's like, I think that's already, he's the Heisman. He's getting all the money on the Heisman.
He's got a great brand name, but he's never done shit.
Right.
He can't even take Quinn Ewers' job. Quinn Ewers stinks. You can't even get in the Quinn Ewers job. Like, what has he done? He would be playing a lot more last year if Sarkisian believed in him. I mean, he still threw Quinn Ewers out there, one of the biggest jokes in football.
Oh boy.
Maddie's very anti-Quinn Ewers.
I'm just saying, Quinn Ewers stinks.
Yeah,
you really think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback? He stunk at Texas.
I would not say he stunk the entire time at Texas.
Again, like what you
he was good. He was pretty good for 2 years.
Yeah, but what you do is you look at all these games. So there's 8 games that they dominate the other team. Their talent level is so much better, and those are his numbers when they're good. The 4 games that really matter are the even games, are the games that they have less talent. And that's when he absolutely stinks. So when you're like, well, this guy did this and this, he's got this and this. I'm like, yeah, 8 games against teams that are inferior, 4 games with teams that are equal they're behind.
I mean, he did take him to the playoffs and the semifinals 2 years in a row.
They have tons of talent.
It's still the semifinals. Like all these other programs have tons of talent too. I'm not saying he's good, Maddie. I just don't think he stinks. There's a big gap here.
I don't think he took them to the playoffs. Texas took themselves to the playoffs.
How come they never did it before he got there?
There's a lot of quarterbacks that could have taken him to the playoffs.
How come they never did it before?
Well, they've recruited a much better all-around team.
That's fair. I think there's a big difference between like not good
I even think
stinks.
Sam Ellinger, who wasn't that good, is better than him.
Wow.
I'm just not a big. I'm not a big Quinn Ewers fan.
Did you guys watch the Pro Bowl games?
I didn't watch a single fucking second.
I
don't even know what happened. I keep seeing a flag football.
I saw a clip of Joe Burrow doing some passing thing that looked pretty cool. That was about it.
I saw Jahmyr Gibbs intercepting a pass, and that was cool. But other than that, I'm like, who's doing that? You know what I want to see is the network battle of the stars. Maddie probably remembers that.
40 years.
What?
They haven't had that in 40
Oh, that was great. You'd have like Kojak and Wonder Woman just like doing the hurdles and doing obstacle courses, and then they'd be saying really raunchy shit.
It's maybe a little messed up, but I think it would be fun to take the guys who are on, like, if you for the Pro Bowl situation, you take the guys who are on the verge of getting cut, and have them do like a whole wipeout or Ninja Warrior thing to
Love
like
it.
keep their
Would
job.
fucking love that.
Right, dude.
Yes.
The scale, the pressure.
Yeah.
I'd like maybe it's a little dark. I'd fucking love it. I'd watch the hell out of it.
Make that part of the games. Like that's one day of games is who's gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know?
And you like don't have to like you could just be like, okay, you're gonna get this much money. Just get like a practice squad guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be like, hey, if you win this, you get like this much money.
No, they get athletes and stuff to do American Gladiators. There'd be actors that would do it too from time to time.
I'd be about it. That would be
fun.
awesome.
That's when it's fun. I mean, if you're not going to play a real fucking game, then do something really fun, not just this go out and have Peyton Manning's kid.
Pros versus Joes, bring that back. Get some like just whatever football players just to like hammer regular dudes.
I've never heard of something so stupid. Like when they were like suck for Locke or tank for Trevor Lawrence, those guys were amazing in college. What has Archie Manning done so far? Now, obviously, he's got a lot of potential.
And what rhymes with Arch?
But what has he done? How do you tank for a guy who has like 5 completions in college football?
No, I think he played a couple games and had good numbers against some.
He's looked good, and he looked good in spots against decent teams when Ewers was hurt.
If he was,
but he's like we don't know.
If he was,
he kind of looks a little off to me though too. Like
if he was really good, he would be playing because Quinn Ewers is garbage, hot garbage.
And he kind of has like, Eli vibes too. He doesn't look like he's all there.
No, he's not. I don't see him being like this absolute like quarterback who, just can't miss. You got a tank for this guy. You're going to get a guy like this once every 10 years. I mean, look, Caleb Williams, everybody was saying like he's a one in a generational quarterback. He stinks.
By the way,
again, the stinks is like you're just like crazy with this, Matty.
Matty is just throwing out
Caleb
stinks like Oprah throws out cars.
No. There's like a huge gap between like not good and stinks to me. Maybe this is the Matty Goldberg ranking, and I'm just applying.
I think Matty's still fired up over his poker team.
I might be applying my own thing to Matty. Also, though, like it's not really that good of a class next year, is it?
No, it's terrible. I don't like
this quarterback class. Well, this year's sucks.
I like Cam Ward kind of, but I don't.
No, I'm saying like the Arch Manning year.
Not really, but somebody will come out of it.
If I have to pick, okay, I'm looking at a list of on threes top 25. I'm gonna pick 3 that I think are gonna be good. I trust Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. I just do.
Okay.
I trust him. I think DJ Lagway from Florida has interesting capabilities. I think he could be like a little less athletic Anthony Richardson, but who can pass.
Okay.
And I really next one would have to be God damn it. I hate not John Mateer. Maybe Nico. I think Nico takes a step up, but he's not going to be in the draft next year because he's only a freshman. So he still has another year of college after that.
All right.
I don't know, man. The quarterbacks seem like pretty weak this year.
By the way, sorry, Maddie, you were talking about Caleb Williams, and I was like, as a Lions fan, I hadn't heard Ben Johnson talk a lot, but now when he's been doing his pressers and talking, like he just doesn't sound like a fucking.
He's really not.
Like
he doesn't
really guy.
Yeah,
like, come on, team, let's get those sales for the quarter.
Yeah,
that's what he sounds like as far instead of like we're gonna fuck him up. Like, yeah.
Did you see how weird the Jags head coach sounds?
Oh, that guy's weird, and he also was like wearing a suit that was like too big for him. It looked like he borrowed his dad's suit.
And then he did this. He goes, Duval. I loved it. You know what? There's 2 guys that had terrible press conferences. It was Campbell with the biting the kneecaps because nobody knew what the fuck he was talking about. And the guy for Philly absolutely tanked. Like, just a horrible opening press conference when he sounded like a complete fool. So those 2 guys are successful. Liam Cohen, you are going to make it. And everybody who doubted you because you said Duval are all going to eat their words. So I am big on Liam Cohen. Don't know much about you. Great job with Tampa last year. you are going to succeed.
Do you ever see the movie The Burbs?
Yeah.
He kind of looks like he could be part of that family for the
The
Burbs.
creepy family.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Looks like
But
some
hey,
sort of
we'll
like
see.
if Amish people took meth.
Can he
Kinda
be any
look.
worse than Mike McDaniel?
No.
Ouch.
Again,
I'm giving you guys a hard time.
I got back at you, Matty. I
Who
got
will,
more.
who will Mike McDaniel be OCing for next year? That's
He's head coaching next year. You mean? Wait, do you mean 2026?
Mike
yes.
McDaniel just loves every guy. Every guy is great on his team. Every guy is
They
like,
are all great, Matty. The vibes are still good.
dude, you got to be like Belichick. You got to scream at these guys. You got to put the fear of God in them.
That worked so well after Brady left, didn't it?
Good point.
All right. Speaking of leaving, Chip Kelly said, "Fuck you, Ohio
He's
State.
going
I'm going to
to-
the Raiders for $6
wants to
million a
live in
year."
Vegas.
I kind of like what the Raiders are doing here.
What are they doing, Jim?
I like Chip Kelly as just a play caller, honestly.
And then
Okay.
Pete Carroll.
And I love
Ron-
Pete
doing
Carroll.
Wild
As like,
Ryan.
yeah, I like the moves. Now they just need a quarterback.
It's like a Legends team. Yeah, let's get to
Do you think they trade for a quarterback? Do you think they draft somebody?
I don't know. Maybe get Sam
They'll probably
Darnold.
see.
don't
I
know.
mean, Brady is part owner now. He might see if he can tutelage.
I don't think he'll
if
be
he's-
announcing next year. I think they're going to let him go.
Really?
I don't know. I just don't
Dude,
think.
his contract was for a while.
Oh, never
Isn't he
mind.
doing the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, and then poor Greg Olson's got to find something.
Yeah,
else
Greg
to do.
Olson's pretty pissed.
Get Craig Olson in the UFL. That's where he got to start. And
When does the
commentating the
UFL
XFL
start? Does
2020.
it start
28th,
around-
March 28th.
So they should just. I don't know why they don't start it next week, but it is what it is.
I don't know. I would, Brady is what is it? It's like a second
wouldn't
year
even
of
do
doing
it
this.
the
Is this his
Saturday
first year?
the
This is his first year.
Yeah, give the
I
guy
wouldn't
a
even
fucking
do it
break.
the day before the Super Bowl. That would be really fun.
What's
That'd
that?
be kind of fun.
Have like a first game the day before the Super Bowl.
The Saturday before.
Yeah, everybody would watch. The ratings would be skyrocket.
That'd be kind of funny.
It would be good. Or
If
do
Vince
it
was
at-
in charge, I bet they do that.
do it at halftime. Kendrick Lamar raps.
Duval.
All right, good.
That's my new favorite thing I'm going to say to people.
I didn't even know what the fuck they meant when they kept doing.
Well, that's
it.
the county.
right.
So if
I'm
you're
like,
a
that's a
Jag,
weird
I
thing
know
to
because I
say.
know Jag fans.
I think
know
it just sounds cool, though.
Duval, like Duval for life. Duval represent. So that's
That's so it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I thought they were just fans of the best American actor ever, Robert Duvall.
yeah, Robert Duval.
Yes.
Bobby
All right,
D.
guys. We got some other salacious news.
Uh-oh.
Come on out, you rapist!
Uh-oh.
Justin Tucker, America's sweetheart.
Justin Tucker owns Deshaun arc.
Yeah. Ooh. Rubbing and tugging.
I wonder if the Ravens will get in trouble for this because it potentially they knew in 2019.
I would think they knew this year, and I think they knew during the season because Tucker for a month couldn't make an extra point. And a lot of times people know when these articles are coming out.
Yeah, because you
That's-
know they were
I-
going to
yeah.
reach this shit to no end. So it
Yes,
was a long
and
time
they get
coming.
tipped off. So I think it's like crazy because he probably knew, and then the Ravens knew, and then they don't know what to do because then if they cut him in the regular season, everybody is like, okay, well, he wasn't kicking well. But then when this comes out, they're like, but you knew and you never said anything. So now the Ravens can pretend like they didn't know.
Do they have to do anything?
Who knows?
There's no charges.
There's no charges, and there probably can't be. But the NFL can discipline him because it's under a conduct policy.
Oh yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
think that. I don't know what the
it's
Ravens.
one of those gray
Yeah,
lines in the NFL.
I think the Ravens' best thing is to just cut him. He's older. You want to just let it go. Try to.
make yourself
You should
look good.
probably-
Like, oh, we won't stand for this.
Conspiracy
probably
theory
retire.
again. conspiracy theory again is someone in the Raiders office wanted this to get leaked so they didn't have to pay him his massive fucking contract for a
I mean, of
kicker
all
that
the
they're paying
guys,
him.
I didn't, I don't know much about Justin Tucker. I know he can kick. I don't know who he is personally, but it was a surprising name.
Yeah, he was. He was.
I didn't see
Pretty
that coming.
held
I
in
didn't
high
either.
regard in that city.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
And
legend there. He
but
really
people
is.
like on Reddit were pulling up comments that other people had posted years ago detailing these exact same things. Like my friend works for he wants a finger in the butt and jerked off and
Yeah.
like
You
And
know,
I don't appreciate people comparing this to Robert Kraft at all. This is
well,
completely different.
how so?
yeah.
Robert Kraft would go to he was at
Rub
like
and
a
tug.
sting operation. He would go to a place that was supposed to rub and tuck.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
You're
Tucker
right.
was going
You're
to
right.
legitimate massage
High-end
parlors
massage
and trying to
parlor.
slap his dick on people.
Yeah.
And jizz on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Apparently there was jizz involved in
Yeah.
There was a lot of semen on a lot of the tables. That's I'm like, if that's like your fantasy, why don't you just hire somebody like a hooker to do it?
Because I think Maddie, the fucked up part is I think the fact that he's making them feel uncomfortable might be part of it.
Yeah, that might be part of the
That's
excitement.
part of that's part of the fucked up.
Yeah, it's
shit.
it's a humiliation kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like some of the stuff I've heard about P. Diddy is very similar. Like
Yeah.
you just like even Louis C.K. maybe a little bit too. Like
Yeah.
there's a power dynamic there that you're like making people watch you fucking jerk off or
And the reason why I know about people knowing ahead of time is because a comic told me who worked at a club in New York City that Louis C.K. performed at a couple days before the New York Times article came out. He went into the club and he was like, I won't be seeing you guys for a while. So he knew it was coming.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's so weird. I mean, like men and their compulsions, man. My God. Like just throwing it all the way just to jizz on a random masseuse's table.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a pretty good gig too, and he had a really nice contract for a kicker. Oh my God. So,
Yeah.
well, another man taken down by his penis.
Well, he needs help.
It
He's
happens.
not a good guy, but he also needs, like he should retire and he should get like help. He's got a wife, he's got a kid. It's very humiliating. So I don't know what to
Do you
say.
think he's gonna get help for?
Well, you go to like sex addiction.
Then he goes around giving public speeches at high schools. Like,
No,
listen,
I wouldn't say that, but he needs to be in like some sort of sex addiction, like program and intense.
oh
therapy.
yeah, very intense. I mean, compulsions and fetishes are a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you get somebody to not be into the shit they're into. That shit's ingrained.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now sports are becoming political. We got the Canadians, those ungrateful bastards, booing our national anthem during hockey games and Raptor games.
Yeah, I don't even know exactly what the whole tariff. I just hear the word tariff. I don't know what's going on. So that's what I think it's connected to that, but I don't know anything.
Well, I don't understand it either. I'm not an economist and I don't pretend to be. The thing is like one day I'm going to go to get like avocados and they're going to be like $10 and then I'm going to be mad. That's all. That's the only day I'll care about. But do you think Canadians should be booing?
Probably not. I mean, but it is
They're
what
pissed.
it is. I don't know what they're booing about, but
They're mad at America for all the tariffs and shit.
All the tariffs and shit.
okay. I don't even know that was going on, so I don't know.
Maddie's dialed in. This is why we
I'm
love
trying to
Maddie
hit-
Goldberg.
Maddie's more offline than ever, and his
I'm
mental
trying to
health
hit
has
some
never
Super
been
Bowl
better.
bets, so
No, this is why we love Maddie G, because he's dialed the fuck in.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. One other news tidbit I got. This is another weird one. This one's really fucking weird. So apparently, like the owner of the Saints is a hardcore Catholic, and he used his PR team to help with the Catholic Church spin their PR when they were having all these molestations come out in the local.
Jeez, you're really coming out with some great stories today.
New
These are some happy ones. I don't know anything about it, so I don't.
I just this kind of came out today.
How old is the new owner? I mean, many years has the owner been there?
I don't know how long he's been there. I don't know his history. I don't know, but I'm just saying, what a weird fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, basically, Louisiana people are trying to pass laws. So if people did have, were molested or whatever by priests, there would be no statutory, statute of limitations.
Sure.
And like these guys were helping trying to strike that law down, and then they're also using their resources to spin the PR and try to make things not a big deal or whatever, But
yeah, well, I mean, obviously that sounds horrible, but I don't. This is the first time I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But no, I know I don't really expect a meaningful discussion on it, but it was just something I thought was
pretty crazy though.
Insanely
It
crazy.
is kind of wild. It's pretty fucking wild.
I mean, I couldn't imagine, like, if the Lions owners, like, they've been incompetent for years, that's one thing. If they were doing this kind of shit, that's a whole other thing. And I'd be demanding that they sell the team.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just
Plus,
nuts.
they're a mess, the Saints anyway. But
Right.
it's a pretty bad story.
Yes. No, of course. All right, you guys got anything to add before we get out here? Go
I
watch The Bachelor.
I have a non-sports thing. Did you guys see anything with the Grammys?
I did not. I saw
I've
the
not
Kanye
watched
West.
that in years.
I was gonna say, Luke, did you see Kanye West and his wife at the Grammys?
I
I
did see a
did.
picture of that somehow. Like,
Yeah.
she was basically nude. I did
Yeah.
every time, like, I think someone, like, they show up to these things like nude, and I'm like, you can't get more nude than that and be in public. And then something like this happens, like, oh, you can get more nude and be in public.
I have no idea how she was allowed in public.
Yeah.
She's wearing like just a sheer top. You can see everything.
Yeah.
Like the news organizations that were reporting it had to censor it. So I don't know how it works. I also don't know don't know their dynamic. Also, I was reading stuff. Apparently, Kanye West is like an all-time just porn head. When he would be doing big long studio sessions, he would bring 400 gigabytes worth of porn with him on a hard drive.
Well, I thought
have
he
it
was railing
playing.
against porn for a while there.
He just would have it constantly playing all the time.
Wow.
That's
I
pretty
never
wild.
understood that. I never understood watching it more than just whenever it was doing its purpose.
When it was,
Yeah.
maybe just to be permanently in the zone.
Get in the zone.
I just don't know. I'm looking at it right now. I have no idea how this is not indecent exposure.
I think it is. I mean, she's naked.
Yeah, aren't there kids at the Grammys too?
I mean, I'm sure on,
I don't know.
Let's see this.
I also feel like every time I see both of them, she has a robot face.
It looks what my wife would say is shellacked, where it just doesn't look like a real face anymore.
No, and I've never seen her show any emotion.
Yeah.
Well, I think he runs the show, so in that relationship.
Yeah.
But
Who
I
is
don't
she?
watch that shit.
Who is she? What?
I don't
She's
know.
some Italian person. That's all I know. Yep, that's all of her. All of her glory.
Yeah, I don't. How is that okay?
I don't know.
Shout out the Grammys.
Yeah, Conway West deserves a Lifetime Troll Achievement Award for just his overall behavior.
All right. That's
Done
all I
some
have.
remarkable trolling. All right. Matt, you got anything before we get out of here?
No.
All right, guys. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Eagles.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week covering that Super Bowl and Justin Tucker's balls. Another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. Bye.
Bye-bye.